Hello, Lorenzo. Thank you for replying to the free articles email I sent out. So, what we're going to do, I wanted to generate your articles live for you so I can give you kind of like the best start to using this software. I've seen that you've already registered and claimed the 10,000 free trial. So, that's great, cool stuff. Okay, so we're going to start off in the templates, and the fastest and easiest way to get started is the one-shot blog post. So we're going to click this, and we're going to go ahead and copy and paste your first article title here. Okay, so it's 5 reasons why you don't get enough traffic on your website. Okay, so we're going to keep it as informative, and we will keep the intended audience as small business owners. Now, you can change the language, so you can import a different language and it will generate to another language, or you can, vice versa. Now, we're going to start off and click Generate AI Content. And one thing I want you to note about these sort of softwares is you should always apply the 80-20 rule, which is 80% of the content generated and created should be done by the tool, and then 20% should be the human fact checking and making sure everything is formatted correctly, etc. Which most of the time the software does a good job, but this is a tool, and sometimes it doesn't always give the exact results that you want. Another thing is the more information you enter into this blog topic, the better the output will be. Okay, because it's got more information that's needed. So this is what it's just generated. It's approximately 300 to 500 words, and the title is 5 reasons why you don't get enough traffic on your website. And then it's got a blog introduction. And don't worry, I will add this attached to the email I'll send you, so you can have a proper read. But then we've got the blog body. Your website is inaccessible. 2, you're not using effective keywords. 3, you're not promoting your website enough. 4, your website is slow or poorly designed. 5, okay, and then you've got the conclusion. So if you wanted to expand this, and I'm not going to do this with all 3 of these articles, I just want to quickly introduce the long form editor to you. Okay, so the way this works, and we're going to start off with the Open in Documents tab. Now that's going to copy all of that text that we just had into this browser here. Okay, so I'm just going to come out of the power mode, and we have that text. Now give me a second just to quickly clean it up so it's a little bit more practical. Okay, so I've just added some H1 and H2 and H3 tags here, and this is kind of it looks like a Word document that you can edit in. Now this is command based, and you can reference templates and all sorts. So let's say you wanted to continue writing one of these paragraphs. You know what? Let's say this one here. Okay. So I'm going to do a space, and on my keyboard, you can press Control J or just hit the compose button. And what it's doing, it's going to do its best to work out the information above it and start writing more. Okay. Now, what it's done is, because it's taken the information above it and not acknowledged below it, it's continued point 2 and then point 3, etc. Okay, so when this happens, you can do other things, like you can, so this is all about you're not using effective keywords. So a good example of effective keywords are, and then just do Control and J, and it's going to continue this sentence for you, so it just continues. Okay, and then there we have it. Okay, another way you can continue this information is by clicking on the power mode, and you've now got a reference to all of these templates right here. So let's say you wanted to create a listicle of this paragraph here. So you would just write a listicle of the text above, and then you do Control and Enter. And now it's understanding this as a command, and it's created a list highlighting this information right there. And basically you can just keep pressing the compose button and just keep on expanding and giving it a little bit of guidance as you go along. Okay, so hopefully this gives you a nice idea of what can be accomplished in the long form editor, also known as boss mode. So we're going to go back to templates, go back to one-shot blog post, and we're going to continue. Your blog post is right here that we just created in the history tab. Okay, so this will be sent to you. So we're going to continue, and we're going to copy in the second article and do generate. And it usually takes around about 30 seconds to generate a 300 to 500 word article. And again, I know I said this before, but the more information you give this area, the better the output will be every time. Okay, so it's just created this. So we've got the title, the blog introduction, the blog body, defining your goal, create engaging content, use ad wisely, and then the conclusion. Let's go ahead and paste in the second blog topic, know the Google algorithm. Okay, and then here we have it. So blog title, how well do you know the Google algorithm? The blog introduction, the blog body, and then it's done at 4 points for us, and then the conclusion. Okay, and one fun tip is that when it starts displaying stuff like this is actually perfect for the long form editor, where you can jump in, remove the numbers, make these points headings, and then just click the compose button and it will expand each piece of information. So it's really, really powerful. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope this helps. And if you've got any questions at all, feel free to reply back to the email with those questions.